Have you asked OpenAI about a potential collaboration to allow Wolfram Alpha to be used within ChatGPT?
Oh yeah, we started talking about that last December, and actually we built this thing with them that came out in March that allows Wolfram Alpha and Wolfram language to be used within ChatGPT.
And so ChatGPT, it's trying to fill the shoes of what might be considered, and probably not quite there yet, a general AI. What is Wolfram Alpha and compared to that? It's not an AI, it's a computational model as you describe it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so as I was saying, I mean, ChatGPT is a large language model which is trying to give you a response that's based on kind of the average of what it saw on the web. It's not computing things. It's doing linguistic continuation. It's saying, you say the cat sat on the. What's the next word? Okay, so it's going to say, I've seen lots of web pages. The most common next word is mat. So that's the likely thing I'm going to say. Now, it's not quite as simple as that because most things you ask, there won't be an exact version of that on the web somewhere. So instead, what happens, and this is kind of the surprise magic of neural nets in this case, is that the way it extrapolates what it's seen on the web is similar to the way humans seem to do it. So it's kind of imitating what we humans manage to do very quickly in our brains. If you said, okay, compute something about some combinatorial, some optimization, visit all the capital cities of countries in Europe in a way that has the shortest path. Okay, the ChatGPT doesn't have a clue how to do that. That's just not what it does. And whereas in Wolfram Alpha and Wolfram language, where we can define that question, and we know the locations of all those cities, and we can compute using a kind of difficult algorithm what is the minimum path, and we can say there's the result. And so we're kind of in a position to compute, create new knowledge, and so on. And we have a very solid knowledge base of actual factual knowledge about the world. It's not just, oh, I kind of read that on some web page and I'm kind of guessing that it might be this. Now that not I'm not saying that that's not useful. That's super useful. And if you're trying to make, if you're doing something like you're writing a report that kind of describes 5 points you want to make, and you want to write a long report that says that, it's super useful to know how a report's typically written. And that's where large language models really shine. Or to go the other way and say, I want to sort of extract from what's in a big piece of text, or I want to tutor some student on some particular topic, and I'm going to have a chat with them about the things they're interested in, and I'm going to sort of pull out of, let's say, out of Wolfram language or something. I'm going to pull out some math question I want to ask. Then I'm going to dress it up in a story about fairy tales about wolves or something, and then ask it in that form. The student's going to respond in some piece of, then there will be 7 wolves, who got to the lake or something like this. And then it's going to understand that to the point of being able to convert it into, X equals 7 or something. And then that can go back into the sort of the computational layer to get processed and say, yes, that's right, or compute the fact that the answer should be 13 or something instead.